See?
It's like a little cloud.
Yeah, quick, you gotta touch this. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now, would you be using this nighttime, daytime?
It's a nighttime.
Feels
ampule is what it's called. It's a overnight facial, basically. And
it's gorgeous.
It makes you wake up with a glow. But I think if you can't feel something like that, it's like, who cares?
Right.
But
see, and you can't feel that online.
No.
Right? So it's like clothes. When we're shopping online, we talked about this before. It's like, where have we gone to visually seeing something that we're attracted to versus even when you do your videos, you're showing the movement of the clothing. So we're identifying with, oh, it looks really soft and she's moving around, so we're kind of like relating to that aspect. But then we have online where it's like, it's a picture. So although we can see ourselves in the clothing, we're not picking up that how does it feel in that clothing. Have you ever ordered something online, you got it and you're like, this texture's not that good.
No.
It doesn't feel like it looked.
Well, and every time you're wearing a sweater, people will say, oh, is it scratchy?
Right.
Who would wear a scratchy sweater? Right? Does anyone?
But there are scratchy sweaters out there.
Why do they make scratchy sweaters?
I know.
What kind of personality would you have to want to wear a scratchy sweater?
Yeah. So it's always nice. I mean, that's why I think for me, I like shopping in the stores. I'm still the girl who walks around. I don't go very often, but I do go and buy pieces that I absolutely enjoy, and and then talking with you, and I send things to you. Does that scratch?
Yeah.
How long is that? Is it off the shoulder? Is it this? Is that? So it's like I think
ask more questions.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because I bring a shop to people, or they can come here. But if I am in someone's home and I bring product to them, it's like a puppy dog, right? You're holding it, you're like, oh, I need this puppy, right? They buy totally different things in person when they can touch and feel than when I do, an online link or an online show. When people buy things online that haven't seen it in person, I'm like, what on earth made them buy that? Nobody buys that. So it's so interesting, the differences in how people shop for online items versus when I'm with them or when they can touch and feel. The purchase is very different. And it honestly does, they influence each other because somebody will pick something up and they're like, oh, look how soft this is. And then everybody buys the cape. Right? Because they've connected, like you said, to those, whether it was the color, the texture, how it made them feel. And then they influence the other people there. So, all right. Well, what else do we need to cover? I like your dark nails.
Thank you. Getting into the fall, right? Got my Cabernet on all over.
So that's a question I have for you. So I go darker hair in the fall, I go darker nails in the fall, I go to red wine versus white wine, and then in the summer I shift. Why does my energy do that?
So maybe you've attuned yourself to that. That's become your norm. Because it sounds like you've been doing it, right? You're like, well, this is what I do, and this is what I do. So it's like, that's like your comfort zone is. And I think everyone identifies with their own comfort zones. And it's like, so telling somebody like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. It's like, I think we just have to keep rolling with like, what makes me happy? What makes me feel good? I've noticed too, people dress differently on different days of the week. They'll start on a Monday where they dress up all sparkly, and then by Friday it's kind of like jeans and a sweat top. So it's kind of sometimes the days of the week, depending on, whether you're a 9-to-5 working woman, you're a stay-at-home mom or whatever's going on in your life. Some people will dress identically on certain days of the week because that's kind of like emotionally how they feel on a Monday and a Tuesday to get into Sunday.
Right.
So I don't know if you've noticed that with any of your clients.
Interesting. I'll have to pay more attention to that. I'm sure I'll think of something, but no.
Well, maybe the viewers.
Yeah, tell us.
If you feel like you just
Today's Friday. Yes. How are you dressed?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Right? Do you dress, and that's what I would ask you all. Do you dress for your day? Do you dress for how you're feeling? Do you choose something based on how you have to? Like, our daughters are similar in age, or a couple years older, but my daughter dresses to her community. Like, she will only wear things that other people within her community are wearing. She's very influenced by her circle, and of course I'm like, you do you, right? Yeah. But she doesn't see that. She's like, oh no, I'm doing what everyone else does. And I'm like, but I didn't raise you that way. You should be an independent thinker, and you should you should be the one leading the style, not following it. So I do think that she's learning, and she's just in a stage in her life where it's more comfortable to follow. But I'm like, hopefully she's listening. Is she listening to me?
Yeah. Well, my daughter sort of dresses the way that she wants to. If you go through her closet, it's very different. So there's like the sporting clothes, where you have like the sweatpants and the sweat tops and then the pullovers and the fluffy socks, and then she has, gorgeous jumpsuits and bodysuits and stuff like that. So I think it's just an evolving thing that we figure out what our personality is. I know that we talk about personality with clothes, and I think it takes a while to figure out what your personality is, especially with teenagers. They're trying to find their way, and they're still trying to establish, I like the classic look, do I like to blend in with everybody? Yeah. I think that's just something that kind of moves with their as they're getting older, and that changes. I mean, we know we don't dress like we did when we were 18.
Oh no, we get so much better every day in every way. We get better.
I wore stilettos and mini skirts, and I was like, rocking. Oh man, now it's like stilettos. Are you crazy?
I cannot wear heels anymore. I cannot. I'm not sure it's my energy. I think it's more my injuries.
Well, and the skirts are like longer now, right? They don't wear them like as mini as they used to.
They're trending longer, ladies. Mm-hmm. So going back to even the below the knee skirts right now, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. The higher jeans. We have definitely one of the fiercely feminine, yes. So you could be unapologetically feminine. You have permission to do that, however you want to interpret that. But we have also moved towards comfort. But that doesn't mean we should give up the style or the look, right? So as my mom says, oh, well, I don't dress anymore. I'm like, but you do, and you look adorable, but she just isn't dressing necessarily in a suit and pantyhose and a heel. Right. She still looks great. She still has great style. She's still getting dressed. It's just a different stage, and we're going to choose comfort now, but we don't want frumpy, right? So show me how I can be comfortable and cute. Show me how I don't make a fashion mistake that we don't look back on it and go, oh, right? So,
I have a few of those.
Well, we all do, but I have to say with the Style and Dot, having been a rep for 10 years, like I don't have the regrets I used to have. Now I can look back and I'm like, oh, okay. But if I look back before that, I'm like, oh my gosh, who let me wear that? Like what decision was I making when I chose that outfit while I was pregnant or whatever? So I do, it's nice when you find, as a mentor had said to me once, find someone who you admire their style and copy them if you need to.
Who do you admire? Who's your...
You know what? My mom, actually.
Oh, nice.
So she has always had a very classic, traditional style, and what I always noticed is it brought her a lot of respect. So that people thought she knew what she was talking about because she always looked pulled together.
Yeah.
So, but then I would also say I am not I'm not original when it comes to style. I'm very much a copycat, and I have some women that I work with across the country that I'm like, I see them in an outfit, I'm like, just watch me copy. I'm like, that is so cute. It's gonna always, don't put us on a side by side because she will look better. Right. But I tend to find people that I admire how they style, and I just copy that. So.
I don't really follow anyone. I now kind of follow my own style. I like simplicity. So, like your jewelry, like there's so many pieces that are just very simple, look elegant, classy. You can wear them with anything. Like you can wear this with like a sweater that I've got on. You can wear with a beautiful blouse or a dress. So I think finding pieces for me that are just elegant and simple and not too busy, but that's my personality because I like things to be very simple because I'm working, and I look at my work aspect too. So I am sitting with clients, and when I'm doing Reiki, like I'm over somebody's body, so I can't have things touching them or even sleeves. So it's like you really got to pull back and you got to think about your clothes due to the work that you're doing with people. But I do like a real simple style, and I find that I keep those clothes longer because they're timeless pieces.
Well, and we very much work in that direction. It's have your core essential pieces. You don't have to buy a lot. I would rather see people get pieces that are sustainable, meaning they can wear them different ways. Like you had a great blue top on the other day. You're like, this is just something I can wear time and time again. I'm going to get a lot of wears out of it because it works with my life, right? So when you have those core essential pieces, and then you can highlight them with something like this. Like I don't need to wear a camo jacket. I can have a little, finish the look piece that might be trend now, but that my regular wardrobe is just going to keep working, and I can wear these dozen tops over and over and over again because they're just good essentials.
I love the other day that you showed us a different technique with a scarf, right?
Oh, yes.
So we just think scarf around the neck, right? And then you were doing certain knots in it to say, oh, it can actually become like a little mini vest to kind of pop over your collars. So
or a pull cover up.
Yeah, so I love that you're sharing those ideas. So you're taking us a little bit further with style and kind of thinking outside the box. Because sometimes, like, I'm kind of like, what it is what it is. I don't always see, you know, like that, especially when it comes to style. I kind of don't go out there. So it's kind of nice that you're sharing those mini tips.
And a scarf is a great way to take you back to whether it's the grounding colors you need, or I like a pop of color near the face because it's makes you look younger.
Yeah.
Right? So
true.
you might not be necessarily a blush person, but when you take this scarf over here and finish the look with it, it's bringing the brightness you need near your face, maybe the energy you need. I mean, there's a lot you can do between colors and textures. So
see, gray kind of washes me out. Like gray's a nice neutral color. So if I'm feeling a little blah and I don't, once I said like I really don't like a lot of attention or something, it's like I'm gonna go to my gray. But I'll wear like a really beautiful purple colored scarf and do like a double wrap and some gold jewelry. So it just gives. So I'm not really wearing purple per se, but it's the pop of color that, like you're saying, is kind of like it just. Lifts your face up. It makes you feel like a little bit energized without being drowned in purple per se.
Yeah, I think we could have a lot of fun talking about colors. I'm curious, why don't you all post what color you're drawn to right now, and maybe we can continue the conversation there. I know you all should go and follow you on Holistic Grotto, but also, do you have an event coming up soon where they can learn from you? And you've brought together a community of people who are interested in things all holistic related, different types of healing and energy and the sort. So what do you have going on?
So Holistic Grotto and medium Annie Lawson, together with the co-founders of the Holistic Energy Expo. We've been doing this for the last 3 years, and we do 2 a year in Ashburn. So our upcoming event is November 3rd, and it's at the Embassy Suites in Ashburn on Waxpool Road from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so we're going to have a full day from all these like holistic practitioners. So we've got massage, we've got Reiki, we've got crystals, we have chiropractors, we have a little bit of everything. So if you're into woo-woo, it's a good place. If you're just exploring, it's a great place. If you just, I don't even know anything about this, it's a great place to come. And it's very much a community because most people come and they stay for 4 and 5 hours. They just love the energy of the space and that they're learning to understand what is holistic, because a lot of times people don't know what it is, and that you can get to know your local practitioners to get connected with them and meet them and kind of explore.
Is there a ticket price, or?
It's $5 at the door, or if you go on to Holistic Energy Expo, we have $1 off coupons at this time.
Okay, very nice, very accessible.
Yes.
And I think we had talked about this date months ago. It's my son's 20th birthday that weekend. So I'm afraid I'm not going to make it because we're going to be down in Harrisonburg. I can't believe I have a almost 20-year-old.
We do it in the first weekend of May and the first weekend of November each year. So maybe you can join us on the May one.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm curious what questions y'all have. We'll come back and visit this later. Make sure you pop over and follow Linda. And thank you. Is there anything else we should say? Did we wrap it up pretty well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's been so fun chatting with you. Yeah. Please don't leave. Just stay here forever. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, I love that. By Friday, I'm tired and looking for something easy and comfy to wear. That makes sense.